Okay, I'm writing a paper on venous thrombosis. The first thing I would do is go to the Mozilla Firefox, open that, and then I would first go to Google, www.google.com, because I would want to understand what the topic is about, and I will type that first. Venous thrombosis. And when that shows up, it gives a direct definition of what it is about. It shows that it's about a blood clot in the vein. And then after that, I would want to understand what causes it. So I would just type in causes of venous thrombosis on Google and search. And it gives a direct explanation of what causes it. It could be from swelling, it could cause swellings from a post-phlebitic syndrome, also called post-thrombotic syndrome. This is just to understand what the topic is about. So after that, I would then type Google Scholar into the search catalog, and then go directly to the web page. I'll be going to Google Scholar because I will want to search for previous research on the topic and any valuable papers on that topic, rather than going directly from Google. I always believe Google Scholar is more education based, and they have better papers. So I would go on Google Scholar and type the same topic, the same venous thrombosis, and you won't get a direct paper on venous thrombosis. It would just be so many research on different aspects of venous thrombosis. And if I am basically going to write a paper on venous thrombosis, I would want to focus on one aspect because there's so many aspects of the effect. So I can focus on cerebral venous thrombosis, and there is a paper on cerebral venous thrombosis, but then I will click on this and see if it's a good paper. The first thing you'll see is a summary or an abstract that will tell you what the paper is about, so you don't have to read the whole paper if you don't actually need it. So I would just glance through the summary shown here. So it just explains what the cerebral venous thrombosis is, which is good. And then it also states its causes and the other defects the illness can cause. And then just glance through the summary to see if the information in the paper is valuable to you. And this paper seems valuable because then the most important thing is that it explains what the cerebral venous thrombosis is, and then it just basically gives treatments and more about its causes. So this is a good article for my paper. So I can keep this paper. But then to search for another paper, I would go back to Google Scholar and then type in causes of blood clot rather than venous thrombosis. So let's go to step one and understand what actually causes blood clot. Not just in the vein, but generally. So after typing causes of blood clot, Google Scholar, like I mentioned, gives you a broad number of results. So you just have to look through and find which one you think would be valuable to you. And there's a PDF of a previous research on causes, investigation, and treatment of leg ulceration. So we don't know what leg ulceration means, so I'm going to skip that. This one says the cause of the delayed clotting of hemophilic blood. Alright, let's click on this and see if it is valuable to our paper. This is a direct link to the actual article. Well, not the actual article, just a page from a book of articles. So we'll just glance through and see what it's talking about to know if we actually want to get the journal or the article, the full article. So I'm going to glance through. And so it does mention what the composition of the cloth. So it does mention about the blood vessels, and as you can see, it also shows that they have studied this. So we can actually put this as a secondary source because this is an article on the research that had been done. So it says in the 3 cases we have studied the concentration of calcium and the addition of calcium to hemophilic blood, although it may shorten somewhat the time of clotting, does not by any means restore the normal period. So it's basically talking about blood clot and their research on trying to stop the blood clot, but not fully. So this could be a good research, though it doesn't specifically focus on our topic. It would just be a good addition and knowledge on around the topic. So after this, I'll go back to Google Scholar. This time, I would search different types of blood cloth. Different types of blood cloths. Okay, so it does give a lot of papers, PDFs, and again, when I'm writing a research paper, I try to look for primary sources, which can be very hard to find. So what I do is when I look through my list on my search results, I always try to avoid the PDFs because I think they are just summaries or another paper on something that had been done by someone else. So I just ignore them, which I don't know if it's right, but I do that. And I basically just look at the other papers that are not PDF and click on them. Like this says, the ultra structure of rabbit blood platelet aggregates. We don't need this because this is about rabbits, and that's not what we're focused on. We're focused on human blood clot. So going to the next topic, technique and approach to different types of tears. So I understand tears to be injuries, maybe on your knees or just a cut on the skin. So we could use that because that could also cause blood clot. And when I clicked on that, there is an abstract. So I will glance through the abstract to see if it gives me good information for my paper. It allows even, so I don't see anything useful from this paper. So I would go back to my list. And the last one that is not PDF says membrane asymmetry and blood coagulation. So blood coagulation is another word for clot. So I will click on that, and there is an abstract. So I will glance through the abstract and see if this would be a good article for my paper. So this is actually a perfect paper because then it states, the beginning of blood clot from the cell membrane to the actual blood clot, and it does mention the functions of blood cells and the balance and avoiding thrombosis. So this is actually a good article. So now I would use this article. I will download and use this article. Now, after this, I would go back. When I write my papers, I don't try to just explain what the topic is about. I try to explain what it's about and also include the causes and treatments for an illness or the defect. And again, it does depend on what kind of paper I'm writing. If I'm writing a history paper, it's definitely going to be different. If I'm writing a science paper that is about an illness, I would definitely go in this direction by naming its causes and treatments for it. Now, I'll go back to Google and Google Scholar. Now, on the Google Scholar, this time I will type treatments for venous thrombosis. And it does give a lot of lists. So, like I said before, I always ignore the PDFs and try to look at the other options. So it does say heparin treatment and sinus venous thrombosis. So this is venous thrombosis in the sinus. So this is good. I'll click on this and go through my abstract and understand why heparin is good for sinus venous thrombosis. And this research is good because it states that they have done this research, and though a lot of patients died, as it states, it did have positive outcomes because some patients were completely recovered. So they do finally state that this is an effective treatment, though some patients were lost. So I would use this paper and list why those patients, after reading the paper, I would list why those patients died and why it didn't work for them and why it worked for some patients. Going back to my research page, I will look for another treatment. I want to have at least 2 to 4 different treatments or research done on scientists trying to treat this illness. Another paper says warfarin sodium versus low-dose heparin in lung treatment.